Okay guys, I'm back. This is George from Handyman Hints. Today we are working on, not that I planned this, on my 2000, which one is this one? Got a couple of cars here. 2014 Nissan Maxima. Okay, I did a little video a while back. Car wouldn't start. I thought it was the battery, so at first, and then I thought it was a relay, and anyway, whatever. It was laying a while. Battery's old, so I don't know. It could be the battery again. I just came back up from down south, and it's in the garage even, and I had it on a trickle charger, which is around here somewhere over there. Okay, and anyway, let's get into this thing. Okay, so what I did was I'm just gonna put it on the stand, I guess, because this would be the best way to do it. Okay, let me get out here. Hopefully it's out here. It is. Okay, let me pause the video. I'll set it up. Okay, all right, we're back. Okay, what I'm working on here is this device. I'm gonna take it off. I'll show you what it is. There's a it's over here. It's a wing nut that comes off. Washer, and I'm gonna pull this off. Connects to the positive side of the battery. Basically, there is a few fuses in here. So there's a 250, which is right on the, it's right here, actually, right there. Okay, it's very hard to see it, but there it is. It's blurry, but whatever. Okay, and then there's a bunch of metal connectors. Let's see if I can get you over this way. Everything I gotta film is always tight. I can't see nothing on this, unfortunately. Okay. Let's see if I can get you in here. Wow. All right, hang on. Sorry about that, guys. I'm trying to get the best video I can here for you. All right. Let's see if I can get you in there. Okay. It's kind of blurry. It's fighting me, and I can't get any closer than that. Okay, in here is all little fuses. Okay, they all check out. They're all clear. Let's see if I can hit this button here. Maybe it'll come in a little. Oh, there it is. Okay, now you can see them. Okay, anyway, so they're all good. All right, so that's one thing that could be wrong with it. Okay, and then we're taking it there inside the car. We took the dashboard apart. I'll push this back on. Get that on. Sorry about that. Push that back on. Get a washer right here. Okay, this is a new connector, so that shouldn't be an issue. All right, we'll tighten this back up. There we go. Trying to block you. Too much, if I can't help it. Okay, I'll drop the nut down. It's a wing nut, and I'm gonna tighten it up as best as I can. Wow. You want that good and tight, but you don't want that thing, have poor connection. Make sure that I got a good between the two, right in here. Okay, you want to make sure they're touching. Okay, and they look like they are to me. So I'm going to take a little needle nose metal vice grip. That's the word I'm looking for. And I'm just going to give it a little extra turn if I can get on this thing somehow. And the trick is you don't want to hit any other metal when you're doing this, because it's going to get a little shocker there. Okay. All right, we're back again. Sorry, I had a little issue there, but okay. Had to take a phone call. All right, so let's get back in here. Let's try and get some tightness on this thing. I don't know if I can get it tight. Oh, snap it either. Definitely don't want to do that. Okay, that's it. No way that's coming off. Okay, we're good and tight. Okay, so anyway, this is the other thing I thought of. I said, okay, this is a common problem with these vehicles, and it still may be the problem. Okay, but this self-starting push-button junk is great when a car is new, but I'll tell you what, they're nothing but a headache as far as I'm concerned. I like the old key style. Sorry about that. For the people out there that like the fancy schmancy stuff. All right. Well, anyway, you can see I got the dashboard, bottom of the dashboard apart. Okay, I'm gonna shine the light up as best as I can here. Get you underneath. Okay, and right under. Okay, let's see if I can get right on this thing. It's a tight spot, so forgive me. You can see it, but the bracket's in the way. Okay, I'll point it at the same time. See my finger? Okay, this device right here, right in here, it sits in the bottom of the steering column. Okay, well, this device is a steering interlock, it's called, okay? And in the front, I need a pen camera. A camera with just a pin in it. All right, so there's 2 holes directly in front of you here, okay? Those bolts, okay, you undo them, which are breakable bolts, okay? And anyways, you take this thing off, okay? And they've been known to fail. Or you could take a hammer to it, believe it or not. You just take it, tap it, tap it, tap it, keep hitting the push start button, okay, over and over and over again. And the car will start, okay, because that's happened in this vehicle. And it hasn't done it for a long time, but or you can just change that device. Now I'm gonna hit the button here, see what we get, okay? Let me push this button here. And it just, okay, that's all it does. That's all you hear. Okay? I think that's what's wrong with it. Do it again. Okay. Shut it off. Now, it could also be a short in the battery, believe it or not. And a short in the battery is a very hard thing to pick up. Okay, these are just the scenarios I'm going through. Now, there's one other thing. There's a starter relay, okay, which I am going to, let's make sure this thing's off, and it is, okay. There we go. My wife wants to dump this car already. I guess I don't blame her. Whatever. I don't know. It's really a good car, but it's getting old now, so I ain't getting old. It is old. Okay. The other thing we can do with this, okay, is in this box right here. I'll show you. There's a starter relay. And, of course, there's another fun story with that. We got stuck one time. Okay. Go bring it up. Actually, right where it is good. Okay, great. All right, so got this box here. There's a clip in the front. Just pull it toward you. If I can get to it, I will. Come home, baby. Well, it hasn't been off in a while, so it's going to fight me. Anyway. I'll get it from the top first, I guess. You push this back, and you pull this up. Should come out. I gotta drop this flashlight. Oh, man, I tell you. Nothing's easy anymore, huh? That's okay. All right, there you go. Popped off. All right, now. Here's the deal, okay? There's 2 relays up here, okay? There's one right here. I got a little tape around it because it had a crack in it. And there's one right here. This blue one is your starter relay, okay? And what happened, I got blue tape on both of them. Getting these out is a bugger and a half, okay? So I am going to put you on a stand again, and I'm gonna pop one of these out. Now, there's no way to tell if they're bad. You just gotta change them. So what I do is I swap them. One's for the cooling fan, and the other one's for the starter relay, okay? And you know what? Everything's marked on this thing, okay? Except the starter relay. It's amazing. And I don't know why it's like that, I'll be honest. Let's see. Shift lock. It's got it down as horn relay and radiator fan, okay? All right, well, that's wrong. Okay, the horn relay, unless they tied the horn relay in with the starter relay, because I've changed this blue one and to a new one. I actually swapped them, and the car started up. I couldn't figure out what was wrong with the car. All right, so let me pause the video, okay, and get right back to you. Okay, guys, all right, set this up. It's kind of a tough spot, as usual, like all my videos, unfortunately. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a screwdriver. Okay, let's see if I can get the light in this way, maybe better. Kill this one. Oh, I tell you, brother, there was a magnet or damn metal on these cars. So anyway, let's see if I can. It's good. Yeah, you can kind of see. All right, so I got to work each side of this relay to get it out. So without snapping it to pieces, and that's what always happens with this thing, to be honest with you. So it's got like a tough spot, man, to get this thing out all the time. But if I can get it out without destroying it, this might be the problem again. I really hope it is, because the other thing, the steering interlock, is a very, very expensive item, to be honest. So just bear with me, guys. I gotta work this thing out. Once I get it to a certain point, I can bring you in. It's like surgery here. I don't want to bust it, you know? Okay, but it is coming out. Okay, and you just gotta pull straight up and you can get it close, you know? And it could very well be this again. It's great. I don't know, for the weirdest reason, I just think it's that interlock, but this thing is coming out of here. So you just pull it straight up once you get it far enough up. And this thing's got a, you know what, I should just order 2 new of these anyway, because there's an issue with this thing here. It's got like a little hole in it. I'm gonna show you what that is if I don't lose a screwdriver. Okay, so right here, if I'm trying to get it in and out, okay, it's got like a little metal hole in it. So I don't know if I did some damage trying to get this out last time or what the story was. But anyway, it should be okay. I can test this, I guess, for continuity. It's one of them things. All right, so I'm just gonna swap them, tell you the truth. I think that's probably the best bet, because then I know, I mean, they can't both be shot at the same time. I doubt that. I'm gonna do the same with this one, try and get this out without cracking the heck out. All I'm doing is working a screwdriver and a pointy, like a pin. It's just a pin, it's a sharp pin. You can see it from here. And I'm working this out too, so probably I'm good. Well, let's see what happens here. Never know. Could be this doggone thing again. And I'll tell you what, if it is, I'm going to order 2 new ones, because this is nuts. Look how long it takes to get this out. But it does come out. It really does. Believe it or not. Because you saw the other one come out. Gotta work it out, that's all. Horn relay. Yeah, that's a joke. And the only reason how I found that out was I happened to catch another YouTuber, and he was out in the junkyard for something else. And the guy pointed out, he goes, "Oh, by the way, these cars never tell you which one's the starter relay." Well, here it is, and he showed me it, and I was like, wow. So I caught it by accident, because I was baffled with this car. It's driving me nuts. I said, I was ready to take it in to get it done. I usually don't give up that easy, I'll be honest, but this thing was aggravating me for weeks. And I said, okay, well, here we go. But we got it. Okay, this thing is still giving me a hard time. So I'm gonna dig in. Oh, let's see here. I just wanna make sure I don't crack nothing in. I was just disconnecting the, okay. This is terrible. What a disgrace trying to get these out. I almost got it out. Doesn't have to be like that. I don't understand why they make this so. I mean, they do make, I don't know where, if they make a puller for this thing, I'd like to see this puller fit in here, because it is so, you've got no room, both sides. It takes up the whole square. It's crazy, man, I'm telling you. It is nuts, that's all I can say. Can't get in here. which would be great if I could. The plastic is so thin on these relays. I mean, just, whatever. There it goes. Okay, you believe this though? I mean, this is the item. It's not a big, not a big deal, you know? Well, anyway, okay. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna swap this, okay, over to this side, okay? Press it in. Really hate to do that and try and get it out again, but whatever. All right, I am gonna switch them totally. Okay, just push it in. They go in great. Okay, and I'm gonna try the car. Got nothing to lose, right? There. Ooh. And so, scenario is, it's not that. Okay. But you saw what I did, okay? So we tried that, all right? I'm gonna pause the video. I'm gonna switch them back, okay? Tape them up good. Again, put them back. At least we know that's not the problem, all right? Okay, we'll pause it. Okay, guys, I'm gonna do with these relays. I'm gonna pull a tape around them, okay? Just to protect them from just gouging in and out on them. Okay, and we'll get that done. I hooked up the battery charger again. Okay, I'm gonna juice this battery up. I got my suspicions about this battery, to be honest with you. See how old this thing is. Let's see if I can find the date on it. Oh, that's another story, huh? And where they hide the date on, 22. 12/22. Okay, so it's 3 years old. Ain't that old. How long is this thing guaranteed for? Probably 3 years. I bet you. I'll have to look it up. Okay, no problem. Everstart Max, it's called. It's a Walmart special, you know. They're all the same. Nowadays, they're terrible, to be honest with you. Okay, so that's one thing I'm going to do. I'm going to take some yellow tape, because that's what I can find. That's what I'm using. Wrap these up again. Boring. I'm not going to bore you through that. Okay, I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to push these back in the slot. And we'll be back. Okay, I'm bringing it back. I want to show you, see if I can get you in here closer. Wow, this thing's really close. Now you know what it is? I know what I got going on here. Let me bring it back here. Okay, so what's going on with this is, see the side of it from opening it and closing it? There was a couple, it would look better than this. But let me see if I can get a little bit like that clear. There we go. Okay, so that's the inside of the relay. Just from getting it in and out. Still works, it's fine, but it's all I'm doing is I'm just taping it up. I'll show you when I taped up already. And over here, taped it up. It's all taped up and all the way around, okay? Doesn't affect it as long as you don't leave the piece of plastic in there. It doesn't push on it. Okay, and then what I'm going to do, okay, I'll show you one of them just quick. All right, all I'm going to do is line it up, okay, the way it goes. Push it right back in, okay? That's all. That's it, no big deal. And that's it, and you just push straight down. And that's it, she's in, okay? So that's the end of that. And I'm going to do the same with this blue one, okay? Same story. Color doesn't matter, it's the same difference, okay? I'm going to tape it up. Okay, but I'm not going to keep you on for that, so no sense boring. Okay, so they're back in. Okay, both of them are pushed in there good. I'm going to snap this cover back on. It's light on here, a little bit better. Okay, I checked anything else that would be any kind of relay for the starter. And no way. That's not the deal. It's not going to, ain't going to make a difference, that's for sure, okay? This is going to be stubborn now too, of course. You know, everything. What else? There we go. That's on. That's on. It ain't coming off. Okay. All right. So that's back. Okay. Starter. I did back when I changed this battery. So that's 2022. I know it's not the starter, anyways, for sure. I know that for a fact. It's definitely into this interlock. I got this thing charging. So what I'm gonna do is let it slow charge, okay? And the way this looks to me, I'm gonna pull this off of here. Okay, now I'm here. I'm really close, but you could see. Okay, so when it comes down to, whoa, like way dead, is my point I'm trying to make. Okay, it should be all the way over this way. Okay, if I crank it to higher amperage, now I'm at. Sorry, gotta bring it in closer. Okay, now it's blinking. Now that thing will say full charge. That'll be all the way green. Okay, so this battery seems to be dying. Okay, I'm really more inclined to believe it's the battery. So I'm gonna try and tap that interlock again underneath the car when I got a full charge. I'm gonna charge it up again. I think it's a short in this battery. All right, guys. I'll bring you under. We'll give it a couple of shots with the hammer, see if it actually does anything. I don't think it's gonna do anything. All right, so let's go under. And I got a hammer in there already. So let's see what we got. I kind of wish I could get better video for you guys, but this just under these dashboards. I gotta work on the vet over here. That's next on the list. I gotta order a part. I did an earlier video of this vehicle. It was a lot warmer out. Anyway, and this is gonna be an ignition switch that we're gonna change. I gotta get underneath the dash, take the dash apart, drop the steering column, which is 2 bolts, it ain't no big deal. It's on top of the steering column behind the dash. And also the gauges, the lights on the gauges. Might all be intertwined. When I get in there with the wiring, we'll figure that out. But I did have a video how to jump that out if you're ever stuck. You know, and that happens to you, you just get on, I mean, it's a pain in the ass to get under the car, but you know, you put the ignition on, make sure your emergency brake's on, make sure the vehicle's in neutral if it's a stick, park automatic, and just jump it out with a screwdriver. Okay, so anyway, back to this. Let's get in here. I'll try and get some light in there, and give it a couple of shots with the hammer. This is any better anyways. I don't think this is it either. Okay, I really got no suspicions about the battery. All right, let me get under here, pull these out of here, and I'm gonna go back to the battery again. Definitely gonna go back to the battery. Oops, sorry, got you the other way. So, I'll try it one more time. I don't think it's gonna do nothing. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna charge it up all the way, put a full juice to it, and really for a while, a long time, and we'll see what we can do. All right, I'll bring us back. All right, have a good one. Bye. Okay, we're back. Yep, well, I'm gonna disconnect this battery, clean it up. I'm gonna show you what some of my results are here. I got no voltage drop. It was hard for me to work the camera, and my wife is unable to help me. So I gotta do this on my own. Anyway, it's light in a good spot. Okay, so what we're doing is the battery, okay? We got 12.5. 12, it's actually been laying, so I've been trying all different things with this thing. I don't know if you guys can see that or not. Lighting's horrible, sorry, but I'll do it this way. Okay, we got 12.44, okay? All right, if I take the ground and go down onto the post on the starter, which is way down there. I'm gonna try and get that right now for you. Right, let's see if I can, yeah, I guess I can do it this way. Anyway, I'm gonna go all the way down. I'm gonna try anyways, this is a real killer. I gotta take the battery out to get to the starter. It's a real disaster, to be honest with you. But anyway, now I'm gonna put it on the ground. Okay, I'll fish around and get the spot on the starter. It's unbelievable. You can't get that nothing here. It's really sad. But whatever. It is what it is, I guess. What else can I do? All right, I got nothing, so that ain't working. Let me see if I can get in there tighter. Can't, notice I can't get my finger in there to pull the rubber back to get on the contact. It's crazy. Okay, so I'm like at 3.4. It's all over the place. It's dropping, it's going up. Either I got resistance in this wire, or I got a cruddy connection that I can't even see. To be honest, I'm gonna see if I can put this in another spot here. I'd like to get on the stud of the, where it is, you know? I got nothing here. I can't get any other way. This is just a killer. I guess is the best word. All right, like now I'm at 4.6, 4.5. I've checked every connection on this thing, and I'll be honest with you, I don't get it. I'm gonna, now I did attack this from another way before, and it seemed better, but it wasn't holding a steady. Let me see if I can get in here like this. Maybe. I don't know. I don't like to mess with this. Oh, okay, so now I got 12.46. So that's a solid 12.46, and it's not moving. Okay, so I am good there. I got to get down to that starter. Okay, I did check last night when my wife was helping me. I was getting about 11.46 at the solenoid. Okay, that's giving me every indication that this starter is bad, to be honest. And I gotta yank it apart, put it on the bench test it. I mean, I hate to do this job, but for no reason, but I'm getting rid of this car anyways, and I gotta get it running. It's crazy. So, all right, guys, I'm not gonna bore you with the details. I'm just gonna take this battery out. Okay, there's a couple of bolts that this computer bolts to. Okay, and I'll get the computer not disconnected, but pulled out of the way once I get the battery tray out of there. Then I'll get down to the starter and I'll bring you back in, okay? Because it's just gonna run footage for nothing. You're gonna go to sleep on me. All right, anyway, I'll bring you back. Okay, guys, all right. I went down in the spot here. Let's see. Get you in there. What a freaking pain in the ass this is, I'm telling you. It's unbelievable. But anyway, let's see if I can light this up. Get you in there. There we go. 12. Not good. How about this way? The starter. Okay, well, there's a solenoid. Whoop, there it is. Okay, hang on. That's okay. See if I can get zero in it. Do that Phillips screw is down there next to that red? Basically, it's a solenoid, okay? I just put 12 volts to that, okay? Which should have cranked the starter, okay? So unless something's really corroded bad, I don't know what's gonna deal is. So I'm gonna take this computer, shift it out of the way. This battery's coming out, and I'm gonna bench test this thing, okay? I said I was gonna do it before, but I wanted to do one more test because this is a heck of a job. All right, I'll come back. Okay, guys, I'm back again. All right, well, got the battery out of here. Battery tray, battery brackets, battery. Ridiculous. Okay, so here's the deal. This is the computer right here, okay? And what I went ahead and did, down in here, right down in here, okay? Shine this up here. Okay, oh, man. It's like everything is in the way. You can't even, okay. So, there's a black thing there, and then you see a stud. Let me see if I can, oh, I can point it out. Okay, so down here, right over there, I think I can point it out. I'm trying to point it out to you. This one right here. Okay, I put a jumper cable right on that. I grounded, I took the bolt out of that starter. Okay, that's why you see a hole back here. Okay, all right. And then I tried to jump the solenoid, which is the one up here. Okay, let me see if I can get in there without getting in the way. Okay, there's the plug for it right there, okay? And right above that, lighting. Okay, you can see there's the plug, and there's where the little screw is that goes down into that. So if you touch the two together, that should jump start the starter. Got nothing. So I took the bolts out of the starter. I'm gonna try to maneuver this thing out of here, okay? And then we're gonna get another starter. But I am gonna try and bench test it, even though I did it on the car. We'll see. We'll come back to it. Okay, guys, we're back. Okay, got the starter out. There it is. The best looking thing for 3 years old, to be honest with you, but whatever, because I put one in 3 years ago. All right, just their setup sucks, I guess, but whatever. Anyway, so we're gonna do, first things we're gonna do is gonna test it. I tested it in the car, but I want to be sure this time, so I'm putting, there's the positive. I'll leave this negative off for now. All right, there's a ground below this. I'm gonna scratch it up a little bit. It's a little shadow here, sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna just take it to scratch the surface on this ground. Get as best ground as we can out of this. I know, I'm sorry, the camera work sucks. I'm trying to get a good thing here on this. Okay, all right, and then gonna take the positive right here. I'm gonna put it on here. Okay. All right. Now, when I jump this one to this one, after I power that up, okay, I'm also going to show you that I'm also getting power to this starter. So let's put this on here. Okay, we'll get that on there. Okay, let's get the meter. There's the meter. Okay, and we're going to try and touch the ground and the positive at the same time here. Good trick, I know. Hang on, I can do it, I think. You know what? Let's make this really easy. Hang on. Let me disconnect the battery again. 1 second. Let's get all of these off. Instead of me doing it this way, I'll do it the safer way. Okay, now I'm going to hook these back up. Okay, now I'm going to touch the ground on the jumper cables. Okay, and I'm going to get the meter over here. Okay, guys. All right, red to red, black to black. And I'm going to try and do it in one hand. Okay, there she is. What do we got here? Hang on, I should have 12 volts. There it is, 12 volts. That's what I'm doing, see? All right, 12 volts. It's moving. I'm moving, so it's changing. But it's me. It's not the... Try and steady it again. There you go. Okay, so we'll disconnect this battery again. One more time. Connect these back up like I just showed you. I'm going to put this camera down. So 1 second. I'm going to get this good and scratched up. Actually, you know what? This ground is kind of messed up on this. To tell you the truth, I think that's my problem. I think this ground loosened up on this starter. Okay, well, anyways, let's just test it again. All right, I'm going to do what I just said I'm going to do. Okay, I'll put you back into this. Okay, that's what I got going on. Now, I don't know, this ground looks awful loose, so I don't know. We're going to find out. Again, I'm going to try it. It may kick. No, it didn't kick. You see what I'm doing, right? Jumping it right here. I'm getting nothing. Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to go pick up a starter, all right? And I'll try and film me putting it in. There's a lot of cursing going on taking it out. I'll tell you that. I couldn't even get it out once I got the bolts out. All right. We'll be back. Okay, guys. I tightened up the ground under here. I don't know. Getting some juice here now all of a sudden. I don't know. Something ain't jiving here. But anyway, here we go. You can hear it. You see it. That starter's working. All right, so I don't know. I'm gonna dump it back in the car, jump it out again, see if it starts. Fucking thing's making me nuts. All right. Anyway, we'll be back. Okay, guys, we're back. I'm kind of whipping through this video because I'll tell you the truth. I mean, I've been working on cars a long time, and this thing really had me baffled, only because of the system it has. I took the starter out, as you saw previously. I got it to work, okay? Took it back in the house, wire wheeled all the connections, loosened the bolts up, tightened it back up again, put it back in the car, okay? Figuring we're all good. Well, wouldn't work again in the car. I was like, oh man, you gotta be kidding me. So I took it back out again, and I tried it with the battery, and it would not go again. I said, okay, well, it's an intermittent problem. The battery's gotta have a problem. I mean, I'm sorry, the starter has to have a problem. All right, so basically all I did so far, I went and I got my old one tested, okay? All right, so I took it there, it failed the test, okay? It wanted to go, but it failed, okay? So there's 2 bolts on this starter, okay? Which you saw the starter before. So they go right into this flywheel here. Right into the casing there, okay? I got it bolted up. There's the connector right there, okay? And the other bolt is under this rubber here, which I think, if I can get in here, I'll show you, I'll tighten that up, okay? Anyway, the car fired up. That's what I'm getting, my point I'm getting at here, okay? So it was definitely a starter, okay? But there are things that you can do, which I did do, which is you do a voltage drop, okay? There it is, there's the connections there, those 2 connections, okay? One's your battery, and the other one is plugged in, and that's your, the other nut you see is at ground, that was, I think, the problem of mine. But then you got the clip that goes in there, and that's your S connection, okay? I'm gonna push this rubber back down, and I'm gonna put everything back, to be honest. So, okay. I got a multitude of parts to put back here. Okay, I'm gonna put the battery tray back, which entails many parts. I'm gonna see if I can film it. It might be a little tough to do. I'll film it, and you guys can pass through it as you want. But I did also test both ends of the cable, okay, to see if there'd be a neutral drop. I'm sorry, a voltage drop. Okay, neutral drop. Thinking like the old days, racing cars. Anyway, so so what I did was I had my wife push the button on the push start. I did not see any droppage. Maybe a little, maybe 11.6. There was no droppage, you know, because of these cables. Okay, you see a little bit of crud in that cable there, down there. It's way down there. Okay, but you know what? I checked my connections. Car hasn't been touched either. So, I mean, really, back when I did the other video, I got lucky. It just started, okay? So, yeah, this starter's only 3 years old. What a disgrace. It's terrible. But anyway, save the receipts, guys, if you get a lifetime warranty. That's all I can tell you. Anyway, so I'm going to put it back together. I got a lot of parts to put in. So, let me get this. At least she's going. She's running. That's the main thing right now. So I'm gonna try and video this, but we'll see. Let me pause and I'll be right back. Okay guys, what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna put this together, okay? And I'll stop and start it, okay? And you'll see the parts I'm putting back, okay? Otherwise, you're gonna get lousy footage, and you know what? You don't need to see me struggling and cursing. All right, hang in there. Okay, let's put this bracket in here. And that's right here, this piece right here. 2 bolts on each side, okay? And snap the computer. There's a plug in the back here that it's a bracket that attaches to these 2 bolts down there. Those 2 small bolts to the left right there. So the bracket goes underneath and grabs this and clicks in this computer, and it also gets bolted in, okay? So I'm gonna get to the next part. Back again. Okay, so we got this tray in. Okay, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bolts on this tray, and 2 bolts back here that holds this computer up, okay? And there's another bolt I gotta get, just saw it now, down there, right there, that rusty area, okay? And snapped all the, there's a couple of clips for the harnesses, okay? And all right, well, a little at a time, here we go. Actually, let's see, I probably can put this piece on while you're still in the air here. Hang on. Oh, man. Okay, it's got an arrow on it, too, if I remember right. This just lays in here. It's a plastic piece of the battery. Get in here. It just sits right on top of the thing. It locks in there. That's it, okay? That plastic piece sits there. That's where the battery's going to sit next. All right, be back. Okay, put the battery back in. I put this bracket, okay, in. Bolt back to the computer, okay. Both cables are on. Over here, these studs, they hook down in the bottom. You can see it down there. Hooks down the bottom. Put the airbox back. I'm gonna snap the top right now. And I got one connection left. And then I gotta go back inside the car and put the dash back together. All right, that's a wrap for underneath the car. Okay, so I'm gonna clean up the tools and I'm gonna go back on the inside of the car and put the dash back together. All right, be back. My apologies, I did leave this off. Right here, this piece that goes along here, that goes back to the airbox. Okay, but that's it. I got everything connected now. Now everything's all set. Okay, I'm gonna go right in there, go back on the dash, snap that all back together, slam the hood, and hopefully we're done with this baby. All right, so let me get inside, clean up a little bit, because I don't want to crud up the car. All right, hang on. Okay, guys, snapping back this panel. Okay, there's a couple screws goes in it. This here just has 2 screws in here, and that's snapped back. This here, you hook the bottom, and there's pins in the top. I don't know if I can pull it back out again so you can see what I'm talking about, but let's see, maybe. Yeah, all right. Hate to do that because you never know how good these clips are. Okay, so anyway, you can see there's a clip here, a clip there, and there's a clip on the opposite side, and this whole thing dropped down like I had video of it earlier. Okay, and you just take it, bring it up, drop. There's a pin on the bottom, okay, which is not even a snap, it just lays in there. Okay, and what I'm gonna do is try and line it up and keep you on the camera here if I can. There it goes. Okay, ready? And you just snap it in like that. Just give it a shot. Okay, that's it. She's in. I got a screw over here to put in. There's right. Where is she? Right over here. There it is up there. Blocking you. There's one there. And there's one by the fuse box in the very corner up in here. Right there. Okay, and that's it. So basically what I did was I did some voltage drops. What I had to do, I wanted to do it properly, but nobody was around to help me. So what I did was I tested the battery. Then I hit the start button. I could see that through the windshield. There was no drop. Now, if there was a drop, there would be an issue with the battery. Then I checked the cable going from the battery to the starter. Okay, and if there was an issue there, like a corroded cable or a bad connector or any of the things like that, it would have dropped, and it stood 12 volts. Then what I did was I checked when I had to do this simultaneously. That I did get help for, and that was last night. I checked the S wire, which is the solenoid wire, and that's only activated when you hit the start button, the actual start the motor. And that brought voltage to it. Okay, so that brought me down to the starter, which, you know, guys, I took it apart. I saw loose ground, I tightened it, it worked. So I cleaned it all up, good with a wire wheel, and and put it in the car, and it wouldn't work again. I probably should have tested it before I put it back in the car. My bad on that one. But anyway, yeah. So pretty much it's a wrap. This baby's going. I'm probably gonna trade it in anyway. It's been good to us. There's almost 200,000 miles on it. I'd love to keep it, but it's got some issues that you know, it's underneath is starting to rust up pretty bad, and it's old. You know, it's 11 years old, and it's a 14 Maxima. Great engine, great car. Needs an exhaust. Probably can hear it. You hear that? It's a little bit of an exhaust leak there. But I'm not gonna put no money in it. I'm gonna trade it in anyway. All right, so guys, until next time. Thanks for coming back. I would have done the whole film. It would have been really long, and be honest with you, I couldn't even get the angles. So, all right, but that's how you test it out. Okay, just don't be dumb like I was. You know, I just wanted to get this thing done because we got to get this thing. We gotta move on. So I wanted to get it over with. I shouldn't have jumped and put the starter back in again. Anyway, got a new starter. So, all right, somebody's getting a new starter. All right, guys. It's George from Handyman Hints. Always a pleasure. Come on back and please subscribe and hit the like button. And hit the notification bell so you get all the videos. All right, now. Have a good one. Bye. Okay, guys. She's all buttoned up. Got it all done. I don't know. My wife's thinking of keeping this. Well, that'll be another video then. If we're going to keep it, we're going to put a... we're going to throw in a... I got to put a cross member in the back. Holds up the suspension. That's the rust I was talking about, and I got to put an exhaust in it. Which, good exhaust, that shouldn't be too bad, but who knows, right? Anyway, let's see what we got here. Just want you guys to listen to the cranking here. This is the thing, you push the brake, you hit this push start. Like a champ. There you go. And the little yellow lights just because the door's open. This car does run great though, I'll tell you that. It does. Let's see. What we got here? Temperature. Okay, yeah, 183,566. I thought I had 186, but all right, anyway, it's all good. I'm gonna bring it right back in the garage. There we go. Good deal. All right, wrap it up. All right, guys, have a good one. George, Handyman Hints. Have a good day. Take care now.